Okay, so today we're introducing equations, and there's a few things here that we need to go through. So the first thing I want to talk about is these two things here. So we've looked at expressions already, and expressions are a collection of terms. So we may have some variables involved. So let's just say I've got 2x, that's a variable. Obviously x is the variable. I might have a constant term, so 6 is a constant term, remembering that any number that's by itself without a variable is called a constant term, whereas this is just a term on its own. I may have another variable in there. I could have t, I could have another constant term, let's say 10. So at the moment, that right there is an expression. Now, for it to become an equation, what we need to do is we need to add an equal sign, okay? So I'm just going to write out an equation. So 2m plus 6 equals 10. Now, at the moment, that is what we call an equation, okay? We now have an equal sign, and there's a few important things to look at when we look at this. So firstly, we have two sides of our equation. We have the left-hand side and we have the right-hand side, okay? So there are our two sides. Once we get into solving equations algebraically, we're going to learn about how equations need to be balanced in order for them to be a mathematical statement that is true, okay? And whatever you do to one side of your equation, you need to do to the other side of your equation. All right, so we've got a left-hand side, we've got a right-hand side. An equation can be true or false, okay? So if I was to write up this, 6 plus 6 equals 12, could you say that's true or false? Now, obviously you know that that is true. 6 plus 6 does equal 12. However, if I was to say 7 plus 3 equals 9, you would say, no, that's not true, that's false. So 7 plus 3 is not equal to 9. So when we have a question and we come back to our equation here, 2m plus 6, we can do a thing called substituting to look at whether or not our equation is true. So I can substitute a number in for the variable m, okay, and I can work out whether or not this is true. So if I was to say m equals 7, okay, substitute that into your equation and tell me whether or not that equation is true, you could rewrite it. You could say, okay, well, 2 times m equals 7, plus 6 equals 10. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 6, and 14 plus 6 is 20. 20 does not equal 10, so that means that that would be false, okay? However, if I was to say that m equals 2, all right, then I could rewrite it and I could say 2 times 2 plus 6 equals 10, 4 plus 6 equals 10, and then 10 equals 10. And now I can look at it and I can say, well, no, that is true. When m equals 2, my equation is true, okay? So we need to substitute, we need to know the value of our variable before we can substitute in order to find out whether or not our equation is true or false. So just quickly recapping. We've got expressions, which we've looked at already this year, okay? Our equations, as soon as we add in an equal sign, when we have an equation, we have a left-hand side and a right-hand side. They can be true or false. So we can have instances where an equation is not true, it is false, okay? But then we can have instances where our equations are true. And it's important to note with substituting, it's a really good tool once we get into solving equations algebraically to see whether or not you actually have got your question right, okay? Because what you'll be doing is you'll be finding the value of your variables, okay? And then you will be able to go back and you'll be able to check by doing the working out through substituting what answer you got for that variable in order to see whether or not your answer is true or false. Okay, that's our introduction.